Imagine a clock, but not just any clock. This clock tells us how close we are to midnight. Midnight is not the end of a day, but the end of the world as we know it. This is the doomsday clock. The doomsday clock is not a real clock. It's a symbol. It represents how close humanity is to destroying itself. It's a stark reminder of the dangers we face. The closer the clock is to midnight, the closer we are to disaster. The further away it is, the safer we are. The doomsday clock was created in 1947. This was just after World War II. The world had witnessed the horrors of atomic bombs. Scientists were worried. They knew the destructive power of these weapons. They created the doomsday clock to warn the world. It was a call to action. A group of scientists and experts look after the doomsday clock. They are called the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. These experts study global threats. They meet every year to decide if the clock's time should change. Their decision is based on many factors. Many things can move the doomsday clock closer to midnight. Nuclear weapons are a big threat. Climate change is another. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence also pose risks. Political tensions and misinformation can also push the clock forward. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists considers all these factors. Section 5, a timeline of terror, recent shifts in the doomsday clock. The doomsday clock has moved closer to midnight in recent years. In 2020, it was set at 100 seconds to midnight. This was the closest it had ever been. The COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and the climate crisis are all major concerns. They show how fragile our world is. Section 6. Why should we care? The doomsday clock might seem scary, but it's not meant to scare us into inaction. It's meant to motivate us. We all have a role to play in keeping our planet safe. We can make a difference. Section 7. Can we turn back time? The good news is that the doomsday clock can move backward too. When threats are reduced, the clock moves away from midnight. This has happened before. It shows that we can make the world a safer place. Section 8. The power of one. We can all do our part. We can learn about the threats facing our world. We can support leaders who prioritize peace and sustainability. Our individual actions matter. Together, we can make a difference. Section 9. A future worth fighting for. The doomsday clock is a reminder of our responsibility. We must protect our planet for future generations. Let's work together to create a brighter future. A future where the doomsday clock moves further and further away from midnight.